Yeah. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy there for me. Yeah. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy there for me. I'm pain, I'm hope, I'm suffer. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy there for me. Do you bury me when I'm gone? Do you teach me while I'm here? Just as soon as I belong, then it's time I disappear.
Hello Earthlings, Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for this week in January 2012. And for this review, for this video, I'm joined by my loving girlfriend. Say hi to the world, baby.
Hello, world.
That's what I wanted you to say. Alright, I got 10 books to review in 15 minutes or less. Let's see if I can get this done. We're going to start things off with, sorry baby, start things off with Amazing Spider-Man number 677. Alright, this is part 1 of a story called Devil in the Details, written by Mark Waid, and we got art from Rios on this issue. Humberto Ramos does the cover art. I prefer Ramos's artwork rather than Rios. Sorry, dude, but your artwork seemed a little bit too sketchy for my taste, and I like where the storytelling is going with the Black Cat and everything, and bringing Daredevil into the mix. It's nicely told. It's no Dan Slott stuff, but Mark Waid does a good job with what he's told to do here. It's nicely well put together. It's really funny to see Peter Parker so desperate for a woman's attention. It's really, really funny, especially from Black Cat. He's basically trying to get back with her on maybe more than just friendly side. Well, how obvious can it be in this book? And Black Cat's in the nicest way possible telling him to fuck off, and it's just it's funny. And throwing Daredevil in here with just quips galore. It was fun. This was a fun first half of the story. Now, I can't guarantee that I'll get the second half of the story because I don't collect Daredevil. I might read it. I can't guarantee that I'm going to buy it, though. But for what it was, Amazing Spider-Man 677, all I can say is it was fun. I liked it. Okay. I was interested in this. Wasn't expecting much from it, but oh wow, was it good. Scarlet Spider, number 1. This was so good, I'm really seriously thinking about putting this on my pull list. Wow. Yost and Stegman do a fantastic job with this. And I remember reading something on the internet when this first came out, and it made me want to read this even more. It was somebody, I forgot where I read it, but somebody reviewed this comic book on the internet and saying, wow, Marvel, it only took you a little bit over a decade to finally get something from the Clone Saga done right. But yeah, Kane ain't no bitch in this book, and it's very well put together. And the title on the cover just tells it all the power, none of the responsibility. You know, this is basically how a Spider-Man book would be like if Spider-Man just didn't give a damn. You know, and it's just great. Some interesting backstory as to, you know, for those of you who didn't read the god-awful Clone Saga, you get your backstory. You get the Clone Saga in about 2 pages, and that's pretty much all you need because the Clone Saga sucked. It still sucks. But, yeah. Some very dark moments in here, some fun ones in here too, and there's a moment with Scarlet Spider here concerning him and an old lady crossing the street that I just laughed my ass off at. Yeah, this was really good. I enjoyed this more than I did Amazing Spider-Man, and that, for me, that's saying a lot considering how much I hated the Clone Saga. But yeah, I'd say give this a try. Scarlet Spider, pretty good. Alright. X-Men Legacy number 260.1. Christos Gage takes a stab at writing an X-Men related title. Very nice. Very nice. This is actually one of the better issues of X-Men Legacy that I have read in a while. I mean, now this, maybe it's the change in writing, more like the change of writers, that makes this book seem a little bit better. No offense, Mike Carey, but man, your style is just hit and miss all the time. And you know, with Christos Gage on here, I was really anxious to see how well this would be done, and I was pleasantly surprised. I actually enjoyed this. Great character development for Rogue. Rogue really shined in here, and it's so refreshing to see how awesome she can be. It just seemed like at times, not all the time, but at certain times, it just seemed like Marvel was just holding her back. And this right here was a great example. Was a great way to display how awesome Rogue can really be. And if you weren't a fan of Rogue before, I think you might find some new respect for her as well. Now, I got to admit, before she decided to leave for Logan's side at the school, what she did before she went to the Jean Grey school in the last couple issues, it didn't really make her look all that smart. But now that somebody else is writing her, and I think it's a step up for her, and it's really nice. And there's a bit of a woo kind of moment at the end. So yeah, I'd say go ahead and give that a buy. All right. Next up, XFactor number 230. Hold on a second. The lighting is a little bit bad. I had to. No, the lighting was. Well, okay.
Is that better?
Yeah. Over here, I can get a better light on the book. But here we go. XFactor number 230. Peter David. Wow, he still got it. I mean, he has really still got it. And Lupacino does this particular person does the artwork for XFactor, and I told my baby here that this would really be a good drinking game. It's like, take a shot for every time you see some cleavage. Dude, you got a real fetish for cleavage, and it's even and the book even pokes fun at that. They poke fun at something that they are abundant of. There's a I'm not gonna give all of it away, but there's a certain someone who tells Monet, zip up your costume, I'm tired of seeing your chest. It was a nice little semi breaking of the fourth wall in here, but yeah, some good tension in here, especially from Monet and Siren, or Banshee, or whatever she wants to call herself now. Great intertension, the dialogue fits, great storytelling, and once again, Peter David known for those kind of cliffhangers, and we get another good cliffhanger at the end. Marvel, please do us a favor, never take Peter David off this book. This is great. I loved it. Alright, next up, Wolverine and the X-Men number 4. That is a stupidly silly cover. Hope you can get a good look at that, by the way. Yeah. But Jason Aaron, a great writer for X-Men, primarily with Wolverine. Wasn't a really big fan of the artwork. Bradshaw's artwork seemed a little... Oh, how can I best describe this? It made a lot of people look like the Brawny Man. You know, it just... I could have lived with someone else doing the artwork. I had no beef with Chris Bocciolo's artwork, but Bradshaw's, his artwork it's okay, but it just seems too brawny, man. You know, that's just how I feel. Some great dialogue and some, especially for Quentin Quire. What a bastard! I love this fucking bastard. But there's a certain new student in the school. I'm not going to give it away. There's a certain new student in the school, and Wolverine has an old friend of his take a look at him, and he sees into the future as to what this new student might grow up to be, and it's ooh, it's really a ooh. But even that doesn't outshine the ending of the book. The ending of the book, oh my fucking god! I am really glad I don't check up on solicits for future issues of comic books, because the ending, primarily the last page, blew my mind. How the fuck did that happen? When did it happen? For God's sakes, Marvel, you're killing me. This was awesome. This was by far the best issue of the series for me. It was fun. It had some really good, it had some slightly dark moments, and it had a what the fuck kind of ending. Wow.